Want to improve your snowboarding skills quickly? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to a world where the mountains are your playground and the snow is your canvas. Snowboarding, a sport that has taken the winter sports scene by storm, is more than just a hobby. It's a lifestyle, a form of self-expression, and a thrilling ride down some of the most breathtaking landscapes nature has to offer. Our mission in this video is simple, yet ambitious, to help you transform from a snowboarding novice to a seasoned rider, mastering tricks from the basic to the advanced, and discovering some of the world's most famous snowboarding destinations along the way. And don't worry, we won't be talking about skiing here. Why? Because snowboarding is where the real fun is at. Are you ready to tackle the slopes with newfound skills? Let's dive right in. Confidence starts with comfort. So, first things first, getting comfortable on your board. I can't stress enough how critical this step is. The board should feel like an extension of your own body, not a foreign object strapped to your feet. This familiarity is what will eventually translate into those slick moves and gravity-defying jumps. Let's talk balance. If you've ever tried standing on a seesaw, you'll know it's all about finding that sweet spot. It's the same with your board. Your stance should be shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent, body facing forward. Picture yourself as a majestic eagle, wings spread wide, ready to soar down those slopes. Next up is learning basic movements. Imagine your board as a giant clock. Your nose is 12 o'clock, your tail is 6 o'clock. To make a basic turn, shift your weight from your front foot to your back foot, then twist your hips in the direction you want to go. It's like doing the twist, except on snow and with less chubby checker. Now for some exercises to get you started. First, try skating. That's where you push yourself along the flat with one foot on the board and one foot kicking along the ground. It's like scooting but cooler. Next, try side slipping. That's where you slide down the hill on your heel edge or toe edge. It's a great way to get a feel for how your board reacts to different pressures. It's also a great way to get a feel for the snow in case you were wondering what it feels like to sit in a freezer. Lastly, try falling leaf. That's where you move down the hill in a zigzag pattern, shifting your weight from your toes to your heels. It's a fantastic way to practice your balance and get a feel for turning. Remember, practice makes perfect, so get out there and become one with your board. Now that you're comfortable on your board, let's talk about your first tricks, the ollie and the nollie. These are the bread and butter of snowboarding tricks, the peanut butter and jelly of this winter sports sandwich, if you will. First up, the ollie. Named after its skateboard ancestor, the snowboard ollie is all about popping off the tail of your board and launching yourself into the air. It's like a tiny leap of faith, a snowboarder's first dance with gravity. Here's how it goes. You bend your knees, shift your weight to the back of the board, thrust upwards, and then bring your back foot up. Voila, you're airborne. Now let's switch gears and talk about the nollie. If the ollie is a leap of faith, the nollie is a daring defiance of convention. Instead of launching off the tail of the board, you're popping off the nose. It's like the rebellious younger sibling of the ollie. To execute a nollie, you'll need to shift your weight to the front of the board, bend your knees, thrust upwards, and then bring your front foot up. And just like that, you're defying gravity once again. These tricks might sound simple, but don't let that fool you. They're your stepping stones to the world of more complex tricks. Mastering the ollie and the nollie is like learning the ABCs before you start writing poetry. They form the foundation of tricks like the kickflip, the grind, and the ever-so-elegant 360. Think of it this way, the ollie and the nollie are your keys to the kingdom of snowboarding tricks. They're your ticket to the big league, your passport to snowboarding stardom. So lace up those boots, strap on that board, and get practicing. Because every snowboarding pro started somewhere, and more often than not, it was with an ollie or a nollie. Mastering the ollie and nollie is your first step towards becoming a snowboarding pro. Ready to up your game? Then it's time to butter your way to 180s. Buttering, my friends, is not just for breakfast anymore. In the snowboarding world, it's a smooth, stylish trick that's all about balance and control. Imagine you're spreading butter on a huge piece of toast. That's right, your snowboard is the knife, the snow is your toast, and you, my friend, are the butter. To execute a butter, you need to shift your weight onto the nose or tail of your board, lifting the opposite end off the snow. It's a bit tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be buttering down the mountain like a pro. Remember to keep your body centered over the board and your knees bent. And don't forget, practice makes perfect. Now let's talk about the 180s. Think of it as a dance move. It's all about rotation and landing. The 180 refers to a 180-degree turn in mid-air. That's half a full circle, for those of you who skipped geometry class. There are two kinds of 180s, front side and back side. In a frontside 180, you're turning so that your chest faces downhill mid-air. It's like you're greeting the mountain with a hearty hello. For a backside 180, your back faces downhill mid-air, sort of like you're giving the mountain the cold shoulder. The key to a successful 180 is to start your turn on the ground, pop a small ollie, and continue the rotation in the air, and of course you need to stick the landing. Remember, the mountain is your dance floor, and you're here to impress. Buttering and 180s are not just cool tricks, they're stepping stones to more advanced maneuvers. Master these, and you'll be ready to tackle even more thrilling tricks. Buttering and 180s are your tickets to a whole new world of snowboarding tricks. So are you ready to slide, spin and soar? Let's hit the slopes. Feeling adventurous? Let's venture into the realm of advanced tricks, the 540 and beyond. Welcome to the big leagues, my friend. We're not just talking about a simple jump and twist. Oh no, these tricks are the real deal, the creme de la creme of snowboarding mastery. First up, the notorious 540. Named for the 540 degrees of rotation you make in the air, this trick is not for the faint-hearted. Imagine this, you're barreling down the mountain, the wind in your face, the snow crunching under your board. You spot your jump, you bend your knees, and then you launch. For a moment you're flying, twisting in the air, your board a blur beneath you. And then you land, smoothly, perfectly. That's the 540, a trick that requires precision, skill, and a whole lot of guts. Beyond the 540, there's a world of even more complex tricks. The 720, the 900, the 1080. Each one named for the degrees of rotation you make in the air, each one a step up in complexity, a step up in exhilaration. But let's be clear, these tricks are not easy. They require practice, dedication, and a healthy respect for the laws of physics. You'll need to understand how to generate rotational momentum, how to control your body in the air, and how to stick the landing without ending up face first in the snow. And yet, despite the challenges, the thrill of mastering these tricks is unparalleled. There's nothing quite like the feeling of soaring through the air, spinning and twisting, and then landing smoothly on the snow. It's a feeling of accomplishment, of mastery, of pure, undiluted joy. Remember, though, that every great snowboarder started somewhere. Even the pros had to practice their 540s and 720s before they could nail them every time. So don't be discouraged if you don't get it right away. Keep practicing, keep pushing, and one day you'll be the one turning heads on the slopes. Mastering these advanced tricks will truly set you apart on the slopes. Now that you're equipped with these snowboarding skills, where should you go to show off your new tricks? First off, let's take a trip to Whistler, Canada. Known for its vast terrain and epic snowfall, it's a paradise for snowboarders. With its diverse range of slopes, Whistler offers something for every skill level. Next, we jet off to Niseko, Japan, where the powder is legendary. This destination is renowned for its consistent snowfall and perfect conditions for those buttery rides. Plus, the local hot springs are a must-visit after a long day on the slopes. Over in Europe, Chamonix, France stands out. This place isn't just about the slopes, it's about the culture, the cuisine, and the breathtaking views. It's the perfect spot to practice those 180s and beyond. Let's not forget about Aspen, Colorado. With its well-groomed runs and vibrant nightlife, it's a hotspot for those seeking a balance of thrill and relaxation. So pack your snowboard and hit these slopes to experience the thrill of the sport. And that's a wrap on our quick guide to improving your snowboarding skills. We've journeyed from the foundational ollie and nollie to the dizzying heights of the 540 and beyond, and highlighted must-visit destinations for any snowboarding enthusiast. Remember, the key to snowboarding mastery is practice, so don't forget to hit the slopes as often as you can. Happy snowboarding!